Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little story log. This is my first one. It's pretty funny. The first time I got arrested. Okay, so it was a regular day. I didn't go to school, and because I wanted to go hang out with my sister, and I wanted to be cool, so I I went near her school, which is I'm not gonna tell where, but we were near her school, and there was a whole bunch of kids. We're just gonna say 6 kids, and my sister, which I'm gonna call her Erica. We'll call her Erica, and she was messing around with this boy. We'll call him Chris. And she was like talking Spanish with him and like, flirting and trying to get it on. And I'm over here like, single life. But she was flirting with him or whatever. And then we pulled up and I was like, just chilling. And then there was this kid that wanted to go to the house with us, abandoned house with us or whatever. So I I was like, it's okay. Let's go. Trespassing. So there was this little hole in the house, so we could just like walk through it and open the door. So so we walked through the stupid thing, and here's my sister with her boy, and we go upstairs, and then me and this boy are just hanging out and chilling and talking and shit. And I know the boy a little bit. We'll just call him Robert. So me and Robert was talking. He was cool. He's my friend. I didn't think nothing of it. And I don't like him like that because, no, I'm good. Um I'm good with, you know. So I was like, fuck that. And what happened was like we were talking, and my sister was in the other room like fucking around with the other boy, like just like hitting it off, kissing, normal teenager love bullshit. And she was like, people like me and the other kid was in the other room. We were just talking and down, and we had the door closed. I don't know why. We were just, talking about bullshit. And my sister's boyfriend starts banging on the door. So I'm like, the fuck is going on? And she was like, the cops are here. The cops are here. I was like, shit. I like forgot my jacket in the closet because I took off my jacket because it was hot as fuck. And then I grabbed my jacket. So as soon as I grabbed my jacket, that's when the cops came. Everybody bolted. I'm over here with my jacket like a dumbass. I walk out of the house. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I didn't know that the cops were there. And I was like, shit. And my sister jumped over the fence. She's like, Stephanie, come here. I don't know how to freaking jump over a fence. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to jump over a fence that's all the way up there? Like, I was short as fuck. So I'm over here like, okay, let's go. I could try. So I tried to jump over the fence and the cop grabs me. He was like, pow! I was like, shit! What just happened? Like, I'm over here like, oh fuck. So he picks me up and he's like, you know you're trespassing, right? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, I'm sorry, I wasn't in the house. I kept saying that shit. I'm like, I'm not trying to get arrested. Like, fuck that. I don't want to get. I didn't want to go in that cop car. He's putting handcuffs on me, and we walking, and there was this old guy yelling, and my sister's gone. She left my ass, and I'm over here like, fuck, I'm screwed. And my so I get into the cop car. My the driver's the cop is driving, and my sister's right there, and she's like, hello, stop. My sister, like a dumbass, stops in the car. She stops the cop car. She's like, that's my sister, I was with her in the house, blah blah blah. And then he puts her in the car, and she's over here like, shit. And then we go into like back to the house, and oh my god, my sister is trying to lie about her name, and I'm over here like, nope, I know my name. My name's Stephanie Lopez. I go to Schoolyards. I do this and that. I told him my address. I told him everything. Fuck that. I ain't lying. I ain't going. I know if you lie to a cop, can't you go to jail or whatever? But, whatever. It's whatever. But I was like freaking out. I'm like, why the fuck are you lying? And then I have handcuffs on me, and she's like, when they open that door, run. We're running. I'm like, fuck that. I ain't no criminal. Fuck that. I didn't mean to go in the house. I didn't want to go in the house. Fuck that. So I'm like, no, I have handcuffs on me, the fuck. And she was like, oh, we'll get them off of you, no worries. But I'm like, fuck that. No. And she's over here like, and I'm just like, no, she's lying about her name, and I'm like, your name's Erica. Don't be lying and saying your name's Chula, Baricua, whatever the fuck. So she's like lying, and then I'm like, no. And then they go in her bag, and they pull out this little dildo thing, and she's just sitting there, and she was like, she smiled for a second. I knew she wanted to smile, but she's getting arrested, like the fuck. And I'm just over here like, they pulled her out of the car, and then they checked her bags because they saw her trying to sneak her freaking school card into her pants. And I'm over here like, what the fuck? And she had this little dildo thing in her bag. It's a joke. Like, she never used it or anything, but she's just weird like that. And freaking she took it. They saw it, and they're like, what the fuck? And laughing. And she's just sitting there like laughing. They're laughing with the fucking criminal. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And the cop takes my sister to the other car because me and my sister don't live together. We're in separate houses because issues. But he separates her to a different car. And I'm over here like, fuck. The cop gets in the car. He's like, you're lucky that I'm taking you home. You're lucky you're 15 or whatever. Because I was only 15 or 16 at the time or whatever. And so he freaking asked me my name, and then I tried to tell him my name, and he's over here like, I don't think that's your name, so I'm gonna have to check. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, go ahead, fucking white guy. And so he's like, he took me home, but then my mom wasn't home, so I'm over here like, shit. So he took me to my aunt's. We're gonna just call her Maria. And she looked at me, she was like, she smiled, she was like, she looked at the cop, and then she looked at me, she was like, shit. My mom beat my ass that day, but I got arrested for trespassing. So that was the first time I got arrested. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm a mess.